What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into Marvel Superheroes set, and I'm counting down the 4 cards that I think actually have real cEDH potential. Not casual good. Not, my pod is gonna hate this good. I'm talking about cards that slot into real shells, tighten up compact lines, or create the kind of mana and card advantage patterns that matter when the table is threatening turn 2 or turn 3 wins. And yes, I'm ranking these aggressively, by ceiling, floor, and how much real game text they have in fast, interactive pods. Quick note before we start, this set is still fresh, so cEDH evaluation is definitely a moving target. I'm basing this list on official previews and early reactions, but I'm weighting cards that create efficient loops, compact combo potential, or real play patterns against fast tables, not cards that just look impressive in slower commander games. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Number 4, Iron Man, Titan of Innovation. At number 4, I've got Iron Man, Titan of Innovation. And let me be clear, I'm not saying Iron Man is secretly broken. I am saying competitive players should not dismiss an artifact engine just because it looks fair at first glance. In shells that already want 0 mana rocks, baubles, and high artifact density, Iron Man reads less like a mid-range value piece and more like a velocity engine that keeps your mana efficiency high while churning you deeper through the deck. The downside is obvious. They want material on board, and cEDH is brutal toward cards that do nothing from behind. That's why it's only number 4. But in the right shell, this absolutely stops being cute and starts becoming real. The reason this has cEDH appeal is redundancy and velocity. Artifact decks live on mana-positive starts, loop potential, and turning cardboard into deterministic lines as fast as possible. So when your shell already wants breach turns, efficient artifact deployment, and storm-adjacent sequencing, a card that turns all of that density into more looks or more pressure is worth serious testing. The pattern here is simple. Dump fast mana, stick the engine, snowball cards and mana, then pivot into a compact win before the table can reset. I'm not calling Iron Man a format breaker. I am saying that if you write this off as high-power casual only, you're probably underestimating how badly artifact shells want another piece that turns setup into velocity. Number 3, the Scarlet Witch. At number 3 is the Scarlet Witch. And this is exactly the kind of card people misevaluate because they overrate floor and underrate ceiling. cEDH is not about whether a card looks good on turn 8. It's about whether it meaningfully compresses a winning turn. Cost reduction tied to spell-based sequencing is always dangerous because it changes the math on stack fights, tutor turns, and combo pivots. If Scarlet, which is even reasonably easy to enable, then she becomes the kind of card that turns a normal spell chain into a turn where the table just dies through interaction. What makes this cEDH worthy is the burst turn profile. You're not registering Scarlet, which to grind. You're registering her because shaving mana off interaction, setup spells, and payoff pieces changes the entire texture of a combo turn. In proactive spell shells, that means easier protection windows, cleaner tutor chains, and more mana left over to win a counter war on the stack. That's what actually matters at competitive tables. I've got her at number 3 because the shell asks are real and the cards still need support. But if you think this is too cute for cEDH, I think you're missing how quickly cost reduction becomes broken when every spell in your deck is either selection, protection, or a win piece. Number 2, Chala/King Chala. At number 2 is Chala, especially the King Chala angle. And if you play cEDH, you already know why this card is scary. Flash, built-in card flow, and access to premium blue-white interaction is not fair magic. That is the exact recipe for a commander that lets you play draw go until the table blinks, then advance your own plan without ever really tapping out. People love to underrate Azorius because it doesn't scream glass cannon combo. But disciplined control combo shells punish reckless tables all the time, and Chala looks like the kind of commander that gives those shells a real clock without giving up stack presence. What makes Chala cEDH worthy is role compression. Flash means you get a hold-up counter magic, and deploy your threat only when it's safe. Built-in card advantage means you're not bleeding resources just to keep pace with turbo decks. And access to a control shell with compact when lines means every turn cycle you survive increases the odds that your interaction turns directly into inevitability. I have this at number 2 because it checks basically every competitive box. Low exposure, strong stack play, resilience through attrition, and a clean bridge from defensive posture into winning the game. If your meta respects interaction, this card is a serious problem. Number 1, Dr. Doom. For number 1, I'm planting the flag on Dr. Doom. And honestly, I don't think that should be controversial if you evaluate cards the way cEDH actually works. Doom is a card in this set that most cleanly turns setup into inevitability, and that is a whole game at competitive tables. I do not care if another card has a prettier fail case or reads better in a vacuum. I care about ceiling, shell overlap, and how little extra work the card needs before it becomes oppressive. Doom looks like the Marvel card most likely to function as both engine and payoff in the same deck slot. And that is exactly the kind of role compression that takes a commander from interesting brew to real problem. The gameplay pattern is brutally simple in cEDH terms. Leverage mana positive starts, turn cheat permanents into material advantage, and force the table into awkward stack exchanges where every answer trades down against your engine. In a shell with fast mana, tutor density, artifact fodder, and compact deterministic lines, Doom does not need to generate infinite value to be busted. He just needs to generate enough velocity that your next tutor, your next payoff, or your next protective window ends a game. That is why I'm ranking him over Chala and Scarlet Witch. Chala is cleaner from the control seat, and Scarlet, which may produce more explosive non-games. But Dr. Doom is a card I think people complain about after they actually get reps in. If I'm betting on which Marvel card ends up taking the most serious brew slots, it's Doom by a mile. So that's my top 4 Marvel superheroes cards with cEDH potential, ranked aggressively by ceiling, role compression, and how much real text they have in fast pods. And yes, I'm absolutely willing to say Dr. Doom is number 1 right now. If that annoys people, good. That probably means the ranking is actually saying something. The biggest mistake Commander players make when they evaluate new cards for cEDH is confusing looks generically strong with actually improves deterministic game plans under pressure. These 4 absolutely have a case. The rest of the set, a lot of it is going to get farmed by faster shells and tighter interaction. If you disagree, let me know what card you think I'm sleeping on, because I promise I have an argument for why most of the alternatives are either too slow, too conditional, or just too fair.